I am 22, have an older brother, Jake, 28, who's always been my parents' favorite. It wasn't even subtle. If Jake got a C, he'd be told he tried his best. If I got an A, my dad would ask why it wasn't an A. Growing up, I learned to keep my head down. When I was 16, I got a part-time job stocking shelves at a grocery store. Every birthday check, every Christmas gift, every paycheck, I saved almost all of it. My grandparents also contributed to a college fund they'd been building since I was born. By the time I graduated high school, I had just over $34,000 saved. Since I was leaving for college in another state, my parents suggested keeping the money in an account they could help manage. Against my better judgment, I agreed. Fast forward 4 years. I'm getting ready for my final semester. When my tuition payment suddenly gets declined, I panic and log into the account. Balance 186. At first, I thought it had to be a banking error. I called the bank. Nope. The money had been withdrawn over several months. I drove home that weekend demanding answers. My parents looked nervous. My brother wouldn't even look me in the eye. Eventually, my mom admitted they'd loaned Jake the money so he could keep his failing restaurant open. Loaned, except there wasn't any paperwork. No repayment schedule. Nothing. They honestly believed he'd pay it back once business picked up. The restaurant had already closed. The money was gone. I asked why nobody thought they should tell me. My dad shrugged and said, "You're young. You'll earn it back." That sentence broke something inside me. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I simply walked out. The next day, I contacted an attorney. Turns out there were enough records showing the money belonged to me that I had a case. My parents begged me not to sue because families don't do that. Funny. Apparently, families also don't steal $34,000 from one child to rescue the other. A few weeks later, our extended family held a barbecue. Everyone kept giving me dirty looks. I finally understood why. My parents had told everyone I was suing them because they couldn't afford to pay for my master's degree. So I asked if I could say something. I pulled out the bank statements, the transfer records, the receipts, the attorney's letter. Then I calmly explained exactly where my college fund had gone. You could have heard a pin drop. My aunt slowly turned toward my parents and asked, "You stole his tuition?" Nobody answered. Jake quietly got up and left. Within an hour, half the family had gone with him. The next morning, my grandparents called. They had rewritten their wills. Jake was out. They also paid my final semester's tuition directly to the university. Now my parents say I humiliated them and destroyed the family. Personally, I think they did that the day they decided my future was worth sacrificing for my brother's bad decisions.